Once upon a time, in a beautiful city of Lagos, Nigeria, there lives a beautiful young lady named Amaka. At 22 years old, Amaka was not only admired for her beauty, but also for her intelligence and strength. She was the CEO of a thriving company. Her wealthy parents were proud of her accomplishments, but they were concerned because Amaka has not yet found an husband. Many wealthy and influential men sought Amaka's hand in marriage. They visit her office, attended the same social gathering, all because they want to have her. One day, Ukechukwu, a young technician and entrepreneur, came to Amaka's office under the guise of discussing a potential business partnership. After a few minutes of small talks about business, he reveals that he is actually there to ask her hand in marriage, insisting that they could make a powerful couple in the tech world. Amaka listened to his proposal with interest, but she declined, saying she is not looking for a love, not now, nor looking for a business partner. Few minutes later, a married man who runs a chain of hotels show up at Amaka's office. He is direct, telling her he wants her to be his second wife. He claimed that his first wife would not mind and even offer a handsome dowry. Amaka listened without expression and rejected his proposal, stating she does not believe in polygamy and wishes to marry for love. Another day, a doctor came to Amaka's office. Dr. Uche, a well-known cardiologist, visits Amaka's office one afternoon. He is charming and speaks fluently about how they could build a wealthy and happy life together. He suggested that they could combine their resources to open a new office, a new hospital in the city. Amaka thanks him for his kind words, but tells him she is not interested in marrying him, despite his noble profession. There was this Senator Chukwuemeka, a politician, pays Amaka a visit in her office. He arrived with a convoy of expensive cars and with expensive gifts. He tells Amaka that he is a politician, that politics is his career. He tells Amaka that his political career will benefit greatly from having a smart and beautiful woman like her by his side. He promised her a life of affluence and power, but Amaka, unmoved his flashy display, calmly declined his proposal, saying she is not interested in political marriage. A tall, well-dressed man named Chief Owolagba walked into Amaka's office. He is a renowned business tycoon in Lagos, known for his vast wealth and multiple businesses. Confidently, he praised Amaka's beauty and intelligence and immediately proposed marriage, offering to make her his third wife and promise a life of luxury and comfort. Amaka smiles politely. Thank you. He thanks him for his proposal, but firmly declined, stating that he does not wish to be a third wife to any man. The other day, a pastor Eze of a popular church in the city visits Amaka in her office. Tells her he received a divine revelation that she is destined to be his wife. He assured her that they will have a blessed union and lead the church together. Amaka, not wishing to disrespect his belief, gently declined, stating that she is not interested in the relationship that is based solidly on prophecy. A retired army general named Brigadier Durojaye, known for his wealth and strict discipline, walked into Amaka's office with a stern face. He proposed marriage and promised to provide her with a life filled with security and respect. Amaka listened quietly, but she refused, explaining that she seeks a marriage built on love, not on authorities and powers. An international banker, Femi. Femi is a Nigerian banker based in London. Comes to Amaka's office during one of his visits to Lagos. He is rich and sophisticated with British assets. He tells her that he wants a traditional Nigerian wife to return home with him to London. He promised her a luxurious life in one of the world's greatest city. Amaka smiled but explained she is not interested in leaving Nigeria or in marrying for convenience. Mr. Okoro, a wealthy widow in his late 50s, approaches Amaka with an elaborated proposal. He believed that because Amaka has not married yet, she must be looking for an elderly person, more experienced man. He offered to take care of her and her parents, to take care of every need of their family, and promised to treat her like a queen. Amaka respectfully declines, saying she wants someone closer to her age and in whom her heart delights. Few days ago, a musician named Kunle, a popular Afrobeat musician, comes to Amaka's office with his entourage. They sang a special song for her. The whole atmosphere was filled with joy, with different gifts, eating and drinking. He claimed he wrote the song only for her, a special song for Amaka. He proposed with a sweet song, promising Amaka a life filled with adventure, freedom, and the arts. Although flattered by the attention given to Amaka, Amaka gently declined, stating that she preferred a quiet, simple life. Each man approaches Amaka with their own unique charm, background, and motives, but none of them captures her heart, as they all misunderstand what she truly seeks: love, not wealth or status. Whenever Amaka walked down the streets of Lagos, head turns and conversation pause. She has a natural elegance that commands attention, a kind of beauty that seeks to grow from within. Her skin was a rich shade of brown, smooth and soft. Her long hair, full of soft waves down her back, and her smile was warm and genuine, lighting up her face. Women passing by would not help but whisper to one another, admiring her grace and style. Isn't that Amaka, the CEO? Some bold men would try to catch her attention with flattery and compliments. Good afternoon, ma. They could greet her cheerfully, as if knowing her was a privilege in itself. One afternoon in Lagos, Amaka decided to leave the office early. She needed a break from constant proposal and pressure from parents to marry. As she walked through the city bustling streets, her mind drifted back to her father's house, her childhood home, a place where she always felt at peace. She decided to go there, hoping to find some peace and solace. As she arrived at the gate compound, Amaka noticed a young man in a simple uniform standing by the gate. He was tall, with a calm spirit and an intelligent eyes that seems to hold stories. She did not recognize him. He must have been the new gateman her father has just recently hired. She did not think much of it at all. Good afternoon, ma. The gateman greeted politely, his voice warm. Over the next few days, Amaka began visiting her father's house more often, seeking refuge from the constant pressure of work and the endless suitors parade. Each time she visited, she could see the young gateman, always polite, always respectful, greeting her with a soft voice. Good afternoon, ma. One day, as she was leaving the house, she noticed him sitting under a small shade by the gate, deeply engrossed in a book. Curiosity got the best of her. She had never seen a gate man reading before, let alone with such intensity. "What are you reading?" asked Amaka, stopping in front of him. The young man looked up slightly, startled. He quickly stood up, clearly not expecting her to speak to him in such manner. "Oh, it's just a book on economics, ma," he replied shyly, holding up the torn book. "Interesting," Amaka said. "Economics. That is not the kind of book I could expect a gateman to read," she said with a slight smile. The young man smiled softly. His nerves eased a bit. "Well, I study economics at university. I even have a master's degree. But you know how the job market is. I need work, so I am here now," he explained. Parker was surprised. "A master's degree? And you are working as a gateman?" she asked, unable to hide her unbelief. He nodded. Yes, madam. My name is Chidioke. It is not what I planned, but I am doing what I have to while I keep searching for better opportunities," he said with quiet dignity. Amaka was impressed by Chidioke's humility and intelligence. She smiled warmly at him. "It's nice to meet you, Chidioke. I am Amaka," she said, extending her hand. He did not want to extend his hand, clearly not expecting such friendliness, then shook her gently. "It is a pleasure to meet you, ma, Mrs. Amaka." From that day on, Amaka found herself making excuse to talk to Chidioke whenever she visits her father's house. She learned he came from an humble background, that he has worked hard to put himself through school, and that he was passionate about learning. She found his story inspiring. Unlike the wealthy suitors who flaunt their wealth and powers, Chidioke had a quiet strength and determination that she deeply admired. One evening, as the sun was finally going down, Amaka found herself outside the gate again. Chidioke was there, as usual, reading another book. She approaches him with a soft smile. "Don't you even take a break from reading?" Chidioke laughed, his smile bright and genuine. "I suppose not. It is the only thing that kept me hopeful." They began talking, and conversation flows effortlessly. They talk about everything, from the challenges of Lagos life to their favorite books and dreams for their future. Amaka found herself laughing more than she had in a long time, feeling a lightness in her heart that she has not felt in years. Days turned into weeks, and Amaka's feelings for Chidioke grew deeper. She admired his humility and intelligence, and this gentle spirit of his. She loved how he never tried to impress her with anything but his genuine self. He treated her with respect and kindness, never once expected anything in return. Chidioke, on the other hand, could hardly believe what was happening. He never expected someone like Amaka, a wealthy, educated CEO from a prominent family, to take an interest in him. At first, he thought she was just being friendly, but as time passes, he began to feel the affection of her eyes. The way she looked at him, the way she laughed at his jokes, the way she solved his complaint. He felt an unusual feeling spreading in his chest, a feeling he had not dared to hope for. After a particular long conversation, Amaka found herself bursting out, "Chidioke, I think I am falling in love with you." Chidioke's eyes widened in shock. "With me?" he stammered, clearly caught off guard. "But I'm just a gatekeeper. You, You, Amaka, a successful woman from a wealthy family, why will you? Why me? Amaka reached out and took his hand. He looked at him eyes to eyes. Because you see me, Chidioke, not my wealth, not my family, not my name, nor my status. And that means more to me than anything else, she said softly. Chidioke's heart raised. He has never expected this, never imagined that someone like Amaka could love him. But as he looked into her eyes, he saw the truth and sincerity there, and he realized that perhaps, just perhaps, love has found him. Just perhaps, love has found him in the most unexpected place. He smiles, a slow, radiant smile that reached his eyes. I thought, neither did I, Amaka replied, her heart full of love. But here we are. From that moment on, their bond grew stronger. They knew that their love will face challenges, but they also know that they have found something real, something true, something worth fighting for. Amaka's parents pleaded with her to bring home a man to marry, someone who matches her social status and wealth. Amaka always replied that she was busy with her work. Little did they know that their daughter was already in love with someone very different. That someone was Chidioke, the new gate man at the company. Unlike most gate men, Chidioke was well educated, holding a master's degree. He had taken the job to make ends meet while searching for a better opportunities. He was kind, humble, and has a gentle spirit that captivates Amaka. Over time, they grew closer, sharing dreams and desire. She loved his intelligence, kindness, and the way he respected everyone, and the way he treated everyone with respect. When Amaka's parents learned about her love with Chidioke, they were furious. They could not understand how their daughter could choose a mere gateman over a wealthy suitor that came to her. They refused to accept her choice, demanding that she forget Chidioke and marry someone befitting their status. Amaka's shocking announcement. Chief Okafor and his wife decided to confront Chidioke directly. They could not understand how their daughter, their pride of joy, has chosen a gateman over all the wealthy eligible men who has courted her. In their mind, Chidioke had something manipulating. Chidioke had somehow manipulated Amaka, and they were determined to put an end to the madness. The next morning, they called Chidioke to the main house. He arrived at the doorstep, nervous, shaking, but composed himself, sensing that something serious was about to happen. He had never been called into the main house before, and he felt the weight of the situation pressing down on his shoulder. Chief Okafor sat on an ornament armchair, his face tense and unreadable. Madam Ifeoma stood beside him, her hand across. "So you are the one," Chief Okafor began, his voice low and sharp. "This one who has bewitched our daughter, make her lose her senses." Chidioke's heart pounded, but he kept his voice steady. "Sir, I have not bewitched anyone. I have great respect for Amaka, and my feelings for her are genuine." Madam Ifeoma's eyes flashed with anger. "Genuine? What do you know about genuine feelings? You are an ordinary gate man, poor man, with no status, no future. What could you possibly offer our dear daughter?" Chidioke swallowed hard, feeling the stint of her words, but he stood firm. "I may not have wealth or status, ma, but I love Amaka with all my heart. I respect her, and I will do everything in my power to make her happy." Chief Okafor leaned forward, his face contoured with anger. Do you think love is enough? You think you can live on love alone? You are a nobody. Do you have an idea what it means to marry a woman like Amaka? The kind of life she is accustomed to? Chijioke met his gaze, refusing to be intimidated. I understand, sir, and I know I don't come from a wealthy background, but I have education, I have dreams, and I am willing to work hard and may not be rich, but I have integrity, and I will do anything possible, and I will do anything I can to support and cherish Amaka. Madam Ifeoma, shaking her head, claps her hand. Integrity, dreams, those are not enough to provide for our dear daughter. She deserves the best. Someone who can match her in everything, not a man who opened gates for a living. Chijioke, full of determination. I know I am not what you envisioned for Amaka ma, but she sees something in me beyond my job title, beyond my lack of wealth. She sees me for whom I am truly am, and I see her the same way. I love her for her spirit, her intelligence, her kindness, not for her wealth, not for her family name. Chief Okafor stood up. Nonsense. This nonsense must end now. You will leave this house, you will leave this job, and never come near my daughter. Again, never come near my daughter. If you don't, I will make sure you regret it. Chijioke heart sank. Chief Okafor's face turned red with fury. You insolent boy, stupid boy. How dare you speak to me like that? In my own house, you think you can stand there and defy my family? Chijioke took a deep breath. I am not trying to defy you, nor your family, sir. My intentions are honorable, and my love for Amaka is real. Madam Ifeoma's voice softened, but it was laced with bitterness. Chijioke, think about this carefully. You are ruining your life, our lives. Do you really want to put yourself and Amaka through such hardship? Do you want to be responsible for destroying our family reputations? Chijioke's eyes were lighter, unwavering, unshaken. Madam, I have nothing but respect for your family and for Amaka. I would never intentionally bring any harm or shame to you. I only wish to love her honestly and truly as she deserved. Chief Okafor's voice cut through the air like a blade. You are nothing but a gold digger, trying to climb the social ladder using my daughter. You are not worthy of her, and I will never allow this marriage to happen. I will make sure you are removed from this life, even if I have to use all my influence to do so. Chijioke, feeling a mix of fear and resolve, nodded respectfully. I understand your position, sir, but I will not give up on the woman I love. If she chose me, I will stand by her, no matter what, sir. Okafor's eyes twisted with anger. Get out! Get out of my house! Get out of my sight! You are fired. And if I see you near my daughter again, you will regret it, you this fool. Chijioke bowed his head slightly, showing respect, despite the harsh treatment. As you wish, sir. As he walked out, Madam Ifeoma called after him, her voice strained with emotions. You will never be one of us. You will never be part of us. Chijioke, never. You will never come near my family. Chijioke paused for a moment, then continued to walk, knowing that he has a difficult road ahead, but also knowing that his love for Amaka worth every challenges. He walked back to the gate, his mind racing, feeling both sad and depressed. No matter what, he was determined to prove his worth, not with money, nor status, but with the love and commitment he had for Amaka. Days went by. Amaka's heart was broken and torn between her love for Chijioke and the duty of her family. Amaka began to feel weak. she fell ill, unable to eat or sleep, and her health deteriorated rapidly. Her parents, seeing that their daughter is suffering, began to worry. They tried everything to cure her, but nothing seems to work. Finally, realizing that the only happiness to Amaka is to let her marry Chijioke, their wedding day was fixed and everything went well. They were united in love. Her parents saw how happy their daughter was. And finally, Amaka and Chijioke lived happily, proving that love comes in many forms and the heart always knows what it truly deserves. Story like this, kindly drop it at the comment box. Also subscribe to my channel, thumbs up and share my videos. See you on my next video. Thank you.